everyone, my name is Sumit
And my name is Anjali.
and you are watching our channel
Canada वाले
Sharma's. हमारी कनाडा की आज की जर्नी में भी बहुत सारी स्टोरीज है which we are going to share with you in upcoming videos.
Sumit, do they really know what we are going to show them today in this video?
Yeah, so we are going to show you the CRS calculator demo, how to calculate CRS point and some tips and tricks. So guys, please watch this video till the end and so that you will not miss any important information.
So, without wasting any more time, let's start with the demo of the calculation of CRS points through the calculator. And as Sumit said, please watch this video till the end.
Let's start.
Start.
Before checking your score, it's better to have these details. Guys, so we will go on the Google browser and we will type in CRS score calculator. You can also pitch in for other options like CRS calculator, but I would recommend you to type in CRS score calculator to get the right options for you to select. So there are many options as you see which have come on the screen. So the first one is from the website, if you can see cic.gc.ca, which is the Canadian government website, and it gives the comprehensive ranking system CRS tool over there. There are other links also available which you can see down, like just for Canada and other links which are the third party links. So as for this video, we will go by the CRS calculator given by the Canadian government website itself. So we are going to click on the first link. Let's do that. So now we have come to the Canadian government website page for CRS tool. You can see this website is also there in French language. So the people who don't know English can switch to French if they know the French language. So now we will go one by one with the details of the CRS tool on this website. Firstly, you can see that there is a legal disclaimer that this tool is intended for the journal guidance and for the reference purposes only. And this tool keeps on changing, the CRS calculator keeps on changing as per there are any changes by the Canadian government for the express entry point calculation. So now as we go down, we see that this CRS tool, CRS calculator, it ranks your express entry profile into the pool based on 5 criterias, which are skills, your education, your language ability, your work experience, and other factors. All these have been discussed in my previous video. The link will be provided in this video as well, where everything in detail about the maximum points for the CRS calculator has been discussed. So you guys who have not gone through that video, please go through that video and subscribe. So now if we go by this tool can be used if you are eligible for any of the express entry program. It can be the federal skilled worker, federal skilled trade, Canadian experience class, and other programs. Or you have still not gone through the express entry profile, but you want to see that what your score could be if you want to immigrate to Canada under express entry, or you were already applied for the permanent residency and you were in the pool, but now your points have changed. So you can check by this calculator what your points could be. So let's now get started with the calculation of this CRS calculator. So the first question is, what is your marital status? So for the time being, to keep the complexities at the lower level, we are just selecting never married or single for this case for a single person. The next question comes in, how old are you? So for this, I just want to give you a brief that if you start by 20 years of age, and you are till 29, you get the maximum points for your age. But as you go down beyond 29, your marks CRS score starts getting decreased with your age. So it's better to plan and get an express entry till 29 years of age, and you can get maximum points. So we are going to select here like 26 because I like this number. Just kidding. So now we go to the next question, which is what is your level of education? So here, if you have a Canadian degree, you can give that. But if you do not have a Canadian degree, you need to submit your education credential assessment equivalent to Canadian education standards, and for that you need an ECA. There are many bodies which provide ECA, and for that, what kind of bodies you should go for that, we are also going to discuss about this thing in our upcoming videos. But for now, we have WES, we have CES, we have IQAS. So you can select among these bodies and many other bodies and get your ECA done. So let's see what will be the level of education over here. There are different options available, like 2-year program, bachelor's degree, 2 or more certificates, master degree. So in this case, we are taking a person who's unmarried, 26 years of age, and he or she has a master degree. So we have assumed that that person has got his ECA done, and in the ECA by WES, his masters have appeared on the documents. The next question is, have you earned a Canadian degree, diploma or certificate? So in this case, if you have any Canadian degree, if you have done the school within Canada, if you were enrolled for at least 8 months for any of the schools when you were in Canada, you can select is that yes, otherwise no. In our case, it is no, so we are proceeding ahead with that answer. Now comes the next question, which is official languages. If you have seen our first video, you would see that language proficiency tests are really important. So before filling up the CRS calculator, if you are really serious about immigrating to Canada, I suggest you to give your IELTS or any other language test either in English or French first and then get it evaluated. But still, if you are planning to give your exam and you want to see where you stand, still you can use this tool and you can make it as a goal to get that desired score. So now we go to this question which says, are your test results less than 2 years old? So I just select no to show you something. Let's see what will come. So if you select it's not less than 2 years old, the CRS calculator on the government website directly says to you that you do not appear to be eligible for the express entry program. So guys, your official language score like in English or French should be at least under the range of 2 years. Otherwise, what will happen is that it will straight away say you non-eligible, and even if you create profile with that score, it's going to get rejected because they will reject it. So in this case, we are selecting that yes, it's less than 2 years old, and the next sub question which comes in is which language test did you take as your first official language? So there are different tests available here like CELPIP, IELTS, TEF, TCF Canada. So for the people mostly, as I'm from India as well, I would see that people mostly give IELTS over there, and so I've selected IELTS and for this case. So there are 4 sections for which you have to give your score. Either you can give an assumption score, that which you feel that you can get, or as I suggested, you get a language test done and then you can give your score to see your eligibility. So the first part is speaking. In the speaking, we are taking the score as 7 because we are targeting this profile with a CLB 9. Listening, we are giving 8. Reading, we are giving 7 to 7.5 range, and writing, we are giving 7. So these are the 4 sections which comes in IELTS, and we are giving a CLB 9, and it's really a good score. Even for this score, like how you can score well, as we both, the Canada Wala Sharmas, have scored good marks in IELTS. So we may be giving you few tips and tricks in the coming videos on this as well. So now we go to the other language test, which is like, have you given any other language test as your second official language? As the person here we are talking about doesn't know French, so we are selecting as not applicable. The next question which comes in here is work experience. So first, if you see the 6th question, first part, it's asking about you in the last 10 years, how many years of skilled work experience in Canada do you have? For this case, we don't have any Canadian experience for that candidate we are evaluating. So we are giving none or less than an year. But that's experience is only for Canada. The second question which we have is overall in the last 10 years, how many years of total foreign work experience this candidate has? It should either be paid, it must be paid full time, or in any of the occupation NOC skill type 0A or B. So this thing also, like what are NOCs type A, 0B, where you put in what is your category, how to find the right NOC. These videos are also, guys, coming up on our channel later on, so you please do subscribe our channel after this video in the end, because there is lots of information coming up here. So for this candidate we select 3 years or more. So the 7th question which comes in is, do you have a certificate of calculation from a Canadian province, territory or federal body? So basically the certificate of qualification here they are talking about is the people who have any certificate of qualification in a skilled trade. So certain skilled trades like for the plumbing, for the electrician, for the cook, these kind of skilled trades, there are certificates provided by the Canadian province, territory or federal body. But in our case, the person is applying as an under the FSW scheme for the express entry. So that person doesn't have that. So we are going to select no. Now we come on to the additional points. So the additional points, the 8th point says that do you have a valid job offer supported by the labor market impact assessment? So you may guys get confused, okay, what is this 8th question is about? So labor market impact assessment, its abbreviation is LMIA, LIMIA. So basically LIMIA is a kind of document which is given to the people, like from the employer, that they want this person or the person with certain skills to come to Canada. So they have to give this kind of document, submit to the government that the skill is not present in Canada and we need that person based on that skill. So that LIMIA kind of document is given to that person. Nowadays, because of COVID and other things, getting a LIMIA document from an employer has become really, really difficult. But still, people do get it if they are under some niche kind of thing. And also there is a list of full criteria job offer here. You can go and click that what kind of LIMIA valid job offers are allowed and which are not allowed. Okay, so for this we don't have any LIMIA document, so we are going to select no. So the 9th question comes in, do you have any nomination certificate from a province or territory? It's similar, it's the same question which says, do you have any PNP, which is one of the hot topics right now, that if you cannot get the desired scores, how we can get a PNP under the different provincial nomination programs, increase our CRS scores and get a ticket to Canada via express entry. So for this case, we don't have that, so we are going to select no. The 10th question says, do you or your spouse or common law partner have at least a brother or a sister living in Canada who is a citizen or a permanent resident? So for this question, if you have any person who is biologically related to you either or through adoption or through marriage, you have a brother or sister living there, you can select yes and you can claim your 15 points. So in this case we don't have that, so we are going to select no. So just to give a second eye on the entire form, you just scroll down before submitting the form and see that whether you have filled all the, I would say, entries correctly or not. Just give a second eye on it, and once if you feel that it's perfectly fine, there is a tab at the end of this calculator which says calculate your score. You click on this and you will get your results. So now I'm going to give you a little bit of more explanation on this. So in the first video we have explained that what are the different factors in core human capital factors. So there are different factors available over there. First one is age. So the age, the person was 26 years old, so he has got the complete points for the age. So there is level of education, official language, Canadian work experience. So on total, this person from human capital factors is getting 369 points. As the person is single, the spousal factors is 0. But for the skill transferability factor, as the IELTS score was decent enough, he has got that 50 points. In the foreign work experience, he has got that 50 points out of the maximum points. With Canadian work experience, it's 0. So on total, he has got 100. Additional points are all 0 because he or she was not qualifying over there. So the total score which have come up for this person is 469, which is a really decent score. But going on with the current CRS cutoff, latest cutoff, which has come as 472, it still seems a little tough that whether that person is going to get an ITA in the coming draws or not. So thank you for your time on listening on this complete CRS calculator.
Hope you guys like and understood this demo, which we have tried our level best to explain you in this video. Guys, now you have seen the CRS score which came out in this demo video is 469, which is also a decent score. But जो भी सिनेरियो चल रहा है, जो कट ऑफ आ रही है, it would be very difficult to get 98 or tentative.
In addition to this, guys, we are coming up with our next video, which is based on the prediction of CRS score for the next year, which is based on our observation and analysis.
So guys, there are tons of videos which are going to come. So please like our videos,
share our videos, and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Also, please guys, follow us on our Instagram and Facebook page, which is by the name Canada Wale Sharmas. Till then, stay tuned and thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.